Hi, this is Afternoon FM with Matthew Zeitoun. Oh, wait, no, this is Matthew Zeitoun in the afternoon. We're gonna figure this out,
That
man.
one
This is
rhymed. I like that one.
Matthew Zeitoun in the afternoon.
Yeah.
.fm.
I was gonna do Marvin in the morning.
Marvin in the morning. All right, all right.
Mm,
See, now we're blocking content here. Like
Yeah.
I got the afternoon.
Okay.
I'll be
Okay.
the afternoon delight. Marvin's got the
Afternoon.
morning.
I
Marvin is your
like
cup of
mornings.
coffee,
I'm a morning cup of coffee.
line of
Uh,
cocaine off of a
line of
stripper's
cocaine
ass
off of a stripper's ass. Yeah.
at thighs
The
and
the most important part of a balanced breakfast. The line of cocaine off of a.
Must be a Florida thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Definitely a Florida thing.
shout out to Florida.
Shout out to Malcolm, man.
Shout out to Bill de Blasio.
Yeah.
No shout out to Bill Cosby.
None.
Still
right.
mad at you.
No, but
for
introduce
all that
your
rape.
guests and stuff too, bro.
What's up?
Introduce your guests.
Oh, hi
that
guys.
That you
All
ambushed
right.
into this show.
All right. Well, over here we have Frank, aka Malcolm Eden, aka.
Ain't no AKAs. It's
Is there anyone? Is there anyone?
literally. I don't even go. My best
They-
friends call me Frank. Mal is a good name for me, but
Okay, Mal. Then we have John Page, Lifespan Music,
Lifespan.
Something like that.
Flexonic Audio,
No, Flex Music LLC.
Flex Music LLC.
Yeah, Lifespan Music. That's my producer name. Everybody knows me as John. Well, at least I prefer to be referred to as John. I don't like using my government name. It like makes me cringe a little bit. It's like, yeah, that's my name, but
You guys all have very Christian names.
yeah, man.
Malcolm's Christian. Thought that was more Irish and Muslim.
You might be right. You might be right.
So,
Malcolm.
yes.
Malcolm is a Muslim name.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's Muslim. I think it is
I think it's more
Irish.
Irish than Muslim.
Yeah, it
but I
might
know
be
that
Irish.
Malcolm
Hey
X,
there, Malcolm.
Malcolm X
How are you
definitely-
doing?
was definitely an adopted name. His name was Red. Then he got locked up and found Jesus, whatever the fuck he found first.
Malcolm X.
Yeah,
No, he found someone else other than Jesus. He found Muhammad
yeah. He
and
called himself Malcolm. I've
Muhammad.
never met a Christian named Malcolm.
No, I have.
A Christian named Malcolm.
There's a lot of them.
I know a guy.
I
Yeah.
know a Jewish Malcolm. Mac Miller's name is Malcolm.
Wow,
He's
no,
a
that-
Jewish Malcolm. It's a lot of them.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I've met a Jewish Matthew before.
Bring your mic closer to you.
Oh, met a Jewish Matthew before. Shout out to Matt Finegood, nice guy. His dad changed the Hollyweed sign in Los Angeles.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was a weird story. I'll bring that up. Fuck it, let's go into our first story.
Before you do that, what's your last name, dude? Like, what nationality is that? What's the origin of that?
It's Lebanese.
That's
I
awesome.
am of Lebanese origin and Irish origin, and it's actually the Zeitoun isn't really my last name. So
Really?
go into government to follow up on John's government thing. My last name is Oliver. It was Oliver up until like I was like 21, but I had been going by Zeitoun ever since I was like 16, and it was my grandfather's original last name. When he came to this country, they made him change his name from Joe Zeitoun to Joe Oliver, because Zeitoun is the translation of Oliver, of olive in Arabic. So, but the reason he was actually called Zeitoun was because he would fucking walk around and eat olives out of his like dress shirt pocket. And yeah, I know. I've tried it. I wouldn't recommend it, guys. There's a lot of lint.
I would imagine.
I didn't try it, and I also would not recommend that.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That's the family story, but I don't know. Maybe my grandmother's a dirty liar. Shout out to my grandmother.
Hey,
I gotta call you
shout out
after
to
this.
Grandma.
All right, you can go with the Hollyweed story now.
Go with the Hollywood
We're ready.
story.
We're
Yeah.
strapped in.
It depends, man. I mean, it's the other Jewish Matthew I know. Shout out to Matt Feingold. I wonder where he is right now. Very wonderful person.
Probably listening to this podcast.
My Tacoma broke down 45 miles outside of LA when I was like, yeah, but it was nuts. But that motherfucker like, he didn't like save my life, but he negated a very, all right, he negated a very like,
For context, he just got up and picked up a joint.
yes.
For everyone wondering why his microphone got lower for a second.
Note to the editor.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. It's either me or you that's editing this, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hello, future self. I wonder how you're doing and how you're feeling in this moment.
Hope you're doing well, bro.
I love you.
Yeah, man.
Keep your head up.
I think it's pretty dope to talk to your future self. I do Instagram stories to my future self.
You do Instagram? So
Yeah, I love it. I
isn't that
love
just
it.
a form of note taking at that point? Or are you just like, yeah?
Well, when it comes back in like a year and it's like, oh, remember this memory from like a year ago? I want it to be like, hey, remember, you're kicking ass, bro. Keep kicking
Yeah.
ass, you know?
I do that with my past self. Like, hey, bro, we did it. What's next?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I don't know if you guys ever play Animal Crossing. You guys ever play Animal Crossing?
I did.
You can send messages to yourself in the future. Like you can write a letter, send it to yourself to get to you at a specific date. So like, let's say I'm gonna write this letter. I'm gonna send it to myself on 4/20, 2025. I want it delivered. If you turn on the game, 2025, 4/20, you'll get that letter from yourself.
Yo, who is working their post office? Because they're the bomb.
It's like a bird. It's like a beagle
That's
or
the
some
best.
shit.
Yo,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing getting better.
Who's the greedy landowner?
That's Tom Nook.
Tom Nook.
Yeah. There's some racist undertones there too, man.
Really?
Oh,
What,
quite
is
a
he,
bit,
like, trying to
actually.
get like all the squirrels out of his buildings? Or...
I think he's a raccoon. And you
Yes.
might be. You might still be right then, right?
I don't know. I've never played Animal Crossing.
I don't know if raccoons and squirrels like each other, so you might be right. You might be right.
he's a pretty
There's
happy
a war
raccoon.
going on
though.
outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you cannot hide from these.
Streets
There you go.
that we done took.
All right.
Walking with your head down, scared to look.
They're shook.
Yeah.
Ain't no
I'm
such
good,
thing
bro.
as halfway crook.
Yes.
Yes, just you and me, man.
Yep, just y'all.
Note to future self every single time I'm getting up, just passing a J.
Would you
Yeah,
like?
let me finish this Hollywood story.
Yeah,
So,
let's go.
Matt Finegood, really good, really nice Jewish guy. Only other Jewish Matthew I know. And yeah, man, his dad. So back in, I think it was 2016, in Los Angeles, they changed the fucking sign from Hollywood to Hollyweed in order to do the legalization. It was like this guy, I think his name was like Christian Suarez or some shit. I'm not sure. That guy took inspiration from my buddy's dad. And it was crazy because it like completely flooded like social media and shit. And in November, I'd hit up Matt, and if you're listening, should have listened. In November when weed got like legalized for the first time, like weed was like legal in California. I was like, yo, we got to go change the sign. So essentially, his dad is Danny Finegood. He would go up and as a prank he would change the sign. Like he first changed it when weed was decriminalized in like 1973 or 74 in California, and then he it just became like a reoccurring joke. So they changed the sign from like Hollyweed, then it was like Holy War to like criticize like Iraq and like and then it was like I forgot. It was like Oil War. It was just different ways, but he was an art student, I think, at Cal Arts. And yeah, that's the story of Matt Finegood's dad. Matt was a good dude. Really
A fine dude,
Matt.
some might say.
a fine dude.
Yeah, fine dude, some might say.
He's fine and good,
Yeah,
hence the last name.
gotcha.
Okay.
So what else do we talk about on these things?
I mean, this is your show,
The
man.
name of this episode of this podcast is How Does One Do a Podcast? So luckily
like
to
that.
my right, we have Marvin Perdomo.
Yes,
You
yes.
already know.
Bravery up.
Bravery up. Marv the producer. It's like
Marv the producer at Instagram.
It's like
So
yeah.
how does one do a podcast?
Yo, I usually say there's no formula. Like
I
just
guess-
turn on everything and start recording.
I guess have questions you want answers to. That's what I listen to.
Yeah.
I just listen to people talk.
Yeah.
Share ideas. I guess
Mm.
that's just. I think that's what's interesting. About
Yeah.
Is there always a common theme?
No, it's just little tidbits of shit that you learn that you can take with you on your daily.
Yeah. I think on Squirrel says he drops a gem.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
He's
Squirrel's
I'm
thing.
dropping a gem.
Yes.
So,
Shout out. Yeah.
I feel
Shout
like
out
my
to
life
Squirrel.
can be summed up as like 100,000 fucking little phrases that I've lived by. Shit
Yeah.
that you hear every day. Grass is greener. shit like that. Just a bunch of life lessons that just I spill out my bag and have answers to for shit.
Yeah.
No, go in, Malcolm. Keep going, man.
Keep it going.
You're
Man.
dropping a gem.
Drop.
I mean, we've all had them, like
But is that what life is all about? Is life just a series of Canva fucking Instagram posts that say like, you know, live, laugh, love?
well, before there were Instagram posts, there were books.
Yeah.
I mean, there are still books.
And Hallmark cards.
They
Yeah.
just digitized.
Not even Hallmark cards, because like how sincere can you be in a Hallmark card? You can literally just get a piece of cardboard paper and write on it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the sentiment that counts.
It is. That's why I think Hallmark cards are the progenitor of like the inspirational Instagram posts.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Instagram
crazy.
posts are just like it's so easy to come up with the shit because you don't have to come up with the shit no more.
Yeah.
No, you don't. But then there's somebody out there that sees it and it touches them and then they're like inspired and
It's
shit.
100 million. Let's
So-
say like there's like 100 million people in this world, all separated throughout the
Yeah.
country, right? It'd be so easy to take something from California, flip it, and bring it over here. Because who the fuck is looking over there?
Yeah. I mean, I have an optimistic view on like social media. Like, yeah, it's super corrupt and super like brainwashing and whatever. But yo, I don't think I'd be sitting in this room if it wasn't for like social media. Right?
True.
There's
That is
definitely
Right?
That is true.
a yin and yang to the internet. But
Yeah.
as you said, like it's a lot of, BS out there and corrupt information,
Yeah.
misinformation, people digest it like Pez dispensers. And then there's this, the trade of information.
Yeah.
That's invaluable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You guys know the first time I spoke to Matt was on Instagram. I think you called me randomly.
Did I?
I think you did. I think it was Hurricane Irene. You sent me a video of you on the roof of this shit, and there's a guy rowing a boat.
Oh,
Down the street.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
I'm
That
like,
was my
bro-
Uber Eats driver.
I was like, dude, are you going to be all right? Like, do you need help? He's like, no, man, dude, I'm cool. I'm cool.
That was actually the first 3 days of me being in this place, bro.
He was like, you
That
gotta,
was-
he's like, you
that
gotta,
was
you gotta
the
come by.
intro.
He's like, you gotta come by. He showed me a video of the place. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, you were like, yo,
I was
do you need food?
Yeah.
Do you need food?
Bro.
I'm like, nah, man, I'm fat as fuck.
Send me a video of him on the roof. Like the whole shit is flooded.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, he just got
Dude,
there.
that was the first 3. Yeah, it was the first 3.
Now
Why'd
it's
you
Venice.
reach out to me though? That's the crazy part. I was like, all right, this is cool.
This shit was insane, yo.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, no, it was the first 3 days of living at Prototype. I moved here, and then, what's it called? I was like, yeah, I'm still like adapting to the place. I'm like, holy shit, there's a weird ass, like tiger on the wall. Or like, there's a weird ass, like lion, fucking dragon. Nobody actually knows what the hell the thing is. Shout out to Prototype.
I always thought it was a lion.
Prototype
Is it lion? You think
2,
it's
3,
lion?
7.
I always thought it was.
Some
Yeah.
people say it's dragon. Some people say it's a lion. I say it's lion. I say it looks like.
I'm gonna scroll all the way back in my messages with you on Instagram and see if it's there. Your voice message of like, nah, dude, I'm cool. I'm cool.
It's
Yeah,
the
shit is
essence of
ridiculous.
creativity. It's a liger.
That's
Yeah,
actually
it was March
it's weird because this
27th.
week was like this last week. That wasn't. I think I moved in here like the 28th of August, but like that was last year. I was early September. It's about last year, man. Look at this. What a difference a year makes, yo.
Yeah.
That should be the name of
Facts.
the episode. What
Yeah.
does a year
Facts.
make, yo?
Yeah. You're right. It's only been a year.
Every single day. And he's not on the thing. He's not on the actual podcast right now. He was here earlier, but day by day really does work. It really is just a bunch of baby steps.
Yeah.
Bunch of
Tiny.
little small steps of just getting something done. And
Like
that
a-
was last year. There was a river. A river ran through it. And my ex-wife. No, but fucking what's it called? That was a train. I'm just kidding.
Yo.
What's it called? Nah, man, fucking.
If we all had headphones, I'd hit the sound effect. That thing comes with built-in
Oh, is
sound
there,
effects.
should we get this built-in sound effects?
Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
we're not getting
dude.
out these chairs.
Oh,
Mm.
this. I was trying to like when I first got this, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try to do something like Midnight Miracle, where
Yeah,
like
yeah.
instrumental breaks go in. But if we're gonna fucking
Those red
if
buttons
we're
there.
going Funkmaster Flex podcast, I'll fucking load up an SP with like nuclear bombs and shit. Yeah.
It has the buttons
I'm
for
gonna
it.
be like, well, the first thing I learned about when I was in Dubai. Funk master flex night. Funk master flex night. And then the Russians enslaved me. And then fucking.
Oh,
Yo, we just
no.
want to hear the song, bro.
Yeah.
15 minutes. Actually, no, it was. I think it was a runaway. He played like
Yeah.
41 times or some shit.
Jesus. It's already a
It's
long song to
He
begin
needs to
with.
be jailed.
It's like he loves the song so much he doesn't want to touch it, but you're getting paid to play it. So please, just
When is there going to be a new guard in like New York, like radio? Like it's been the same people, same faces
I
for
mean,
40 years.
that's what it's
Oh,
gonna be.
shit.
That's what it's gonna be.
You know what I mean?
Marv's coming out for blood on the first episode.
I just always thought that way. Like I've been listening to Flex since I was a.
Fuck Angela Yee.
Damn.
Well, she quit like a couple days ago.
Yeah, there's some BS
I hope
with
she
Charlamagne
goes
and
well
them.
with all of her endeavors.
Yeah.
There's some BS with that. What else is new? There's always some BS somewhere.
always.
Every time.
Tons.
A lot of folks don't like
Actually, I wasn't a
change.
big fan of Rosenberg. I just feel like he's like, yeah.
A lot of people aren't.
Why?
I don't know.
It's just like, I don't know. Not Squirrel. Squirrels.
Oh no, I know who you're speaking about.
Squirrels and Rosenberg.
You're talking about Paul Rosenberg from
Yeah.
'97. Yeah. No, I know a lot of people that don't like him.
Yeah.
He's got that. Real hip hop is this. Like mentality.
Yeah, when I was younger, I couldn't tell the difference between Howard Stern and Slash.
What?
Like it was, I don't know. No, it was weird.
'Cause
I never thought about it until you just said
If you put them
it.
side by side,
Yeah.
and they're not allowed to have a guitar in their hand, but they're allowed to wear the same fucking outfit. He's right.
I didn't think about that until he just said
I was
it.
about
Yeah.
to say. 'Cause
No, he's
like,
right, he's
there's a
right.
work
Sometimes you got to
difference.
put it in perspective.
Nah,
I could totally
well,
see that.
you fill in the blanks for me, then it's like, okay, yeah.
He meant visually. Yeah, visually.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, I couldn't
know,
tell the difference. I
the
was
top
like,
hat.
what the fuck? Yeah. It was
But,
I got you.
I see that. Like,
Yeah,
as soon as
yeah,
you said
from
it, I was like,
pictures.
put them
I'm
right
sure
next to
there's-
each other.
If Howard Stern and Slash
Still there.
robbed the bank,
Yeah, it's over.
It's
You-
two
they
slashes.
would only
Oh,
catch one.
They're twins.
Yeah.
They're fucking twins. They're
Yeah.
fucking twins. I don't. You're telling the
They're
police.
like the same guy who's doing crowd control is
The police report sounds fucking crazy. It's gonna be like, yeah, this guy was fucking everywhere at once, dude.
this guy. Looks like he hasn't slept long.
By the time the detectives get here, they're gonna be like, yeah, there was two people. There's no fucking way. It was one dude. He robbed everybody. He was just everywhere.
Yeah. I see it. I wouldn't have seen it until he said it, but I see it now. Yeah.
They be telling you to calm down and
one
whatnot.
one person got in the same car twice. Like, all right.
Yeah.
It's like glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, he's absolutely right when he said that shit. I was like, oh yeah, he's right.
Did you listen to like Prime, like Stern
Yeah.
back in the day?
No.
I caught the
was
tail
gonna
end
tell
of
you.
it.
Actually, yeah.
I was gonna say,
I
there's
think so.
There's definitely a difference.
I think so. I was there when he was
Freestyle and
still. I
all
think it was
that.
like K Rock.
Yeah, K
I
Rock.
miss that shit. You don't ever.
I
get
caught
to
the tail end of it, and he was so bitter by the end of that run. He would like do ads and be like, "Why am I promoting this shit? I'm leaving the satellite radio anyway in 3 weeks. I don't know."
Yeah.
Like he was so bitter by the end of it. He was so sick of like regular radio
Shout out
and
to Artie
ready
Lang.
for like satellite and shit.
I think I remember like Artie Lang. I remember like I don't
Artie
know.
was there the Prime days, yeah. Artie.
Yeah, that's when he was at his peak, but it was also crazy.
Opie and Anthony did a supercut of everything Robin says.
Yeah.
She never adds anything to the conversation. It's just like giggles and yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They cut up clips of everything she says, every episode. They found out that
And
she
she's
actually
never added anything to the conversation. They're just like,
she's there just for like ad libs and shit.
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I agree with Howard all the time.
This is note 2 of how to start a podcast. Is just have somebody there literally.
Of a cheerleader.
Ad libs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or a
have a
cheerleader.
yes, man.
All right, we're gonna figure this out by the end of this episode. All right.
That's
so-
progress, baby.
He's gonna be a pro by the end of this.
Yeah, I hope so.
progress.
I hope so. I gotta get the intro right though. I
Next
don't
week,
know.
Tom Hanks is here.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no! You gotta-
I saw Tom.
You gotta get a new
Tom
podcast
Hanks
for
lives
that.
in the 4th ward.
I heard.
Yeah,
I heard.
he lives like right by like yeah.
Tom Hanks is actually like from what I hear, he's a decent human being.
How do you know?
From what I've heard,
just
he
don't-
just
just don't fuck with his
he's
wife.
DTF and shit, you know.
He
He's
will
DTF.
slam you on
Yeah.
your neck.
He's not Tom Hanks is down the
You
fuck.
saw that?
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I
whatever. He's down
I
with
was
whatever.
like, I'm with you,
What
Tom.
makes him a good person?
Mr. Hanks.
I've never heard anything
I
bad
got you,
about him.
bro.
What
You know
if
I'm
he
saying?
like just goes home and just beats the shit out
That's
of his
why I
dog?
said, from what I hear, because everyone's has a dark side somewhere, but he looks like he might be a decent human being compared to like everyone else in Hollywood.
You think everybody has a dark side?
Yeah, definitely. And the thing that is, when you have a really dark
Maybe-
side, you don't
maybe-
realize it, which is the worst.
Maybe a dark spot. Not a,
You could have a dark spot. It doesn't have to be like a whole side of your planet.
because there's a difference.
Yeah, you can have a
know,
dark spot.
You
That's
have
for
a dark
sure.
spot. Maybe some shit you did, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I really.
Yeah.
If you found out Tom Hanks was fighting Pitts,
I feel the same. I feel the same
would
way.
you go?
I would feel the
No.
same. Hey, hear me out.
You wouldn't go.
Hear me out.
I would go.
I know you
Hear
would.
me out. I would feel the same way about that as I felt when I found out Michael Vick's cousin did it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Michael Vick himself.
It was his cousin.
His
And why did
cousin.
So
Michael
why did he
Vick
do
get the whole
time?
fucking rap for it?
He's a celebrity.
Really?
I mean,
I'm asking, is it because he's a celebrity?
No, it's his property.
Oh, it was his property.
Wow.
Okay.
wow.
Really?
So when that happened, I was confused because I didn't know it was illegal to have dogs fight. Growing up in Patterson, you see that jazz every day.
No,
So
it's fucking illegal.
I-
Animal rights.
I had no idea. I was very but you remember when that happened, we were what? I was in 7th grade. I was like 12, 15 maybe.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was illegal.
No, yeah, all of it.
What,
all of it.
fighting Pitts was illegal, bro?
Apparently, he went to jail for it, and this is like
No, I know.
almost 20
but, like,
years ago.
Come on.
Was it
bro.
that long?
It's gotta be illegal.
Yeah, it was a long.
Shit.
Bro, but remember, this is like 12-year-old Marv. Like,
You're like, dogs are fighting.
yeah, like what the hell? Dogs are fighting. What are we gonna do? What's the problem? I see that shit every day.
You do that every day.
No, I see that shit every day.
Yes. Where are you seeing
I was
these
about to
pit
say,
fights? That's what I want to know.
Outside this building.
You know,
Yo,
we're
kids-
fighting,
Outside,
right?
I know, but they're dogs fighting in a dog park. They're not like fucking.
No, they weren't in a
running
dog
at the
park.
dogs, bro.
No. There wasn't a dog park. This is a corner of a block with two grown men
They would just
like
fight
amping
pits.
them up. Yeah, they would fight pits right in the corner, dude.
Man.
Yeah.
That's some hard shit.
Yeah, that's on the corner, bro. They're out
Some
of
hard
the
shit.
open,
Hey,
bro.
Ain't no
Just
love
fight
in the
the past-
heart of
But
the
that's
city.
why I was
Actually,
confused
Tom,
about
I've
why it
never
was a
seen
problem
dogs
that he was
be fighting.
doing it because I was like, I see this shit on the regular out here.
Maybe they were just. I lived in Patterson a long time. I ain't never just walked outside and see niggas fighting pits.
What was your
That's-
reaction to the OJ trial?
That's wild.
I wasn't like old enough to realize what was happening during
Like,
that.
damn.
Yeah, no, I wasn't old enough to see that.
I'm here to tell
No.
you that y'all niggas was poor. That is,
No. Well, fighting dogs, fighting pits.
you walk outside and that's all you see, nigga. That is
Not
a
all
problem.
you see.
Yeah, man.
Not all you
San
see.
Andreas, motherfucker?
I've seen it, but it's not all I see. I've seen it.
My
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Fucking move, Mark.
Yo,
You're
Right
next.
up
Walking outside
right
and
up the
people are
street from
fighting
it.
You're
pits.
next.
yeah.
I see
dude,
an
it wasn't-
occasional crackhead. I'm like, hey, cool, man.
No, there's definitely like teenagers doing it. Like not
Damn.
to like the deaf or anything
God
like
damn,
that.
That's
But
even
yeah,
worse. Where
yeah.
are the parents?
You
You
know
can
where
say
they
that
at?
about everything though.
None of the adults notice their dog is missing. The fuck?
No.
They're like, where the fuck is Fluffy?
Dog.
Where is Princess?
Cross comes back with a fucking scar on his
But
ass.
like you
You're
can
just not
tell
gonna
when
say
like
anything?
someone's breeding their dog to be like vicious
Yeah.
like that. You know, like,
Those are vicious ass owners, bro. I've never met.
yeah, you gotta be kind of sick of like to just
Well,
I'm gonna make this motherfucker a killer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
you get mean as
I
shit.
love pits, man. It's just they just break a lot of shit. I got a golden retriever. Just a nice guy. Nice guy.
Well, it's how you.
It-
Bring 'em
A
up.
little hyper.
That's how
Big
you bring
dogs in
them up.
general. Big
Young.
dogs in general just break.
But they
shit.
say that they reflect their owner, like especially pits. Pits will be vicious if they have a vicious owner.
Yeah.
But like that, what does that say about you then, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's-
That's how it is.
Yeah, right.
shit,
Absolutely.
you got DMX. DMX was barking at the fucking dogs.
They were finishing his like freestyles in the street.
What's up? Really?
Yeah, well, that's what it was said on like Nori's podcast on
Straight
Drink
fight.
Champs.
What were they doing?
That DMX would say a bar and the dog would like finish it with barking.
Oh, that's how he got his shit?
No, that's not how you got it.
Uh,
But either way, like his dog was like part of the act, pretty much of him like freestyling on the street or whatnot.
that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah,
Alright.
DMX is definitely like the living embodiment of a larger than life like comic book character in human form or whatever.
Does everybody have a dark side, though?
I think dark spot. I think he like made it more clear. Yeah, I think a dark spot, something that nobody wants to talk about and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And the thing is, you might think it's a dark spot yourself, but to someone else, it might not be that serious.
Yeah.
But you look back on it and you remember, like, shit, I did that. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think everybody has an uncomfortable
Yeah.
feeling of just
Oh,
living with
yeah.
the fucked up shit you did.
Yeah.
Some people wear it off better than others, but
And,
you know,
and to some other people, it might not be that big of a deal.
Some people just
Sometimes.
Like, if I rob my mom's purse and, like, I live my life, like, damn, I did that one time. I feel ashamed of that.
Mm.
Someone else is like, not that big of a deal. Like, you were a kid. You can't be too hard on yourself or whatever.
Mm.
Like shit like that. Shit like you might not have been conscious to even like know that you were doing something wrong, but you still are ashamed of it.
Yeah.
I feel like the older we get, the more baggage we're just accumulating.
But that's life. Life's experiences.
Really?
Yeah.
Bingo.
You know what?
Bingo.
Also, like it like gets better when you change with it.
Yeah.
With change with your
Yeah.
experiences. Like robbing your mom, was wrong.
Yeah.
You know that you could feel that it like that experience made you feel like that was kind of fucked up. I'm still not gonna tell my mom I did that.
Mhm.
She would still probably drop me on my back. But that's just how it is. Like and you can teach your kids, be like, hey, stealing's wrong, even though you already know stealing is wrong. But
Yeah.
it's like, listen, like if you need something, just ask me. If I
Mm.
can't get it for you, I'll figure it out.
Sometimes we fuck up just to teach other people not to do it, not to repeat it.
Yeah.
Nah, I think that's because. I
Yeah,
think
that-
that's only because it depends on the consequences. How fucked up are the consequences?
For you, right? So you can tell people like, "Look, this happened to me," and
Sorry.
you're right over there.
Yep.
Here's the consequences of you dropping it. You gotta like maneuver with a mic in front of you.
You should have did your stretches.
Fucking
Because like I feel like two people do the same thing, regardless of who they are, where they come from. If two people do the same thing, and they have two different outcomes, their self-reflection period will be different.
Mm-hmm.
You're totally right.
Mhm.
You're totally right. If someone doesn't deal with consequences of doing something wrong,
Right? Then
they're
their
not gonna look back
self-reflection
at it
rate
and be
is
like,
different. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's
That's why
true
I think.
too.
That's why I
Yeah.
think they go back, spare the rod, spare the child, right?
yeah,
Because they thought back in the day, it was like, okay, if your kid's doing some fucked up shit, scare it the fuck out of them. So it's like, all right, I stole some bread from a market. Yeah, now I'm gonna beat you. You get 30 lashings. Yeah, I don't want to get 30 more lashings, so I'm not gonna do that no more.
Yeah,
Scare it out of you, and then
Yeah,
that's
true.
why I think if you self-reflect on shit when you do something, what happens next is how you reflect on it.
That's
Malcolm speaks the true.
That's what make parking tickets so
yeah, I feel like you
powerful.
only learn when there's like a loss.
Park in front of that
mostly-
fire hydrant if you want.
When there's a consequence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when there's something that like has been you
Like,
only
holy
really
shit.
learn when it's like there's something heavy that fucking like you're like, wow, that really.
Yeah. Totally agree. Totally.
Yeah. Sometimes you learn positive though. Learn positive is a lot more fun.
It's always positive because you pass it on to the next guy. Like, hey,
You just gotta like
this happened to me.
you gotta let shit go. Letting things go.
You can't be too hard on your past
It's
self.
the last step. Letting shit
like a
go is like
rope.
the last step, and it's always the hardest.
Yeah.
Because you got to go through a lot of shit to get there, and then when you get there, it's like it sucks because it's like having a PlayStation with no memory card. If you don't finish it
Mm.
before this game turns off, you got to start it over. So every time you process pain, you get to this. All right, do you forgive him? No. All right, let's start the whole fucking process over.
That's samsara, bro. I remember
That was
doing
a
that
nice
lot.
example, though.
With fucking yeah. That's a great example. You know?
And that's what it.
That's what our lives are.
Yeah,
We're just playing fucking PlayStation with no
Fucking
memory card.
FIFA.
I played San Andreas. Well, I didn't have a memory card when San Andreas first came out.
That's a big
I would
game.
Play San Andreas a bunch of times, and you only get so far,
Mm-hmm.
and then you restart a CJ.
You get to the train part, and then you're like, I can't beat this. Gotta
no,
restart.
yeah.
It didn't fucking suck. I didn't have a I remember getting my PlayStation for Christmas, and my first game was I got Need for Speed 2, Need for Speed 2 Underground, and I got Final Fantasy X2.
You were rich, bro.
Oh, I'm jealous.
No, we weren't.
Well,
It was just my mama. She had to pay for all that shit. We was broke, nigga. So we ain't have
Don't get it
cable at
twisted.
all sometimes, nigga. It was
I feel you because I got a PS for Christmas too. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest. I was like,
I remember-
what is this? She was like, open the box. I'm like, Mom, she was like, open the box. I was looking at the PlayStation. I'm like, all right, well, let's see how this works. Crash Bandicoot was my first joint.
Yeah.
It was PlayStation 1.
PlayStation
Yeah.
1.
PlayStation 1.
And,
Yeah, bro.
I remember
I-
Tenchu was my game.
Tenchu
Tenchu?
was dope.
Tenchu
Oh,
was my
my
shit. Yeah.
Little
God.
silent
That
assassin.
shit's like life, bro. I take that shit with me.
yeah,
like,
that's what
I was like,
not having a
execute
memory
the
card.
evil
Walk in the
merchant.
shadows.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
every time I had time to play Crash Bandicoot, I would always, by the time I had to
Finish it.
turn it off, I only made it to the second island. And that was
Crash
it.
Bandicoot was hard.
It was-
Somebody would
yo,
turn
hard.
that shit off, and I'd be like, all right, gotta turn it off. And
Was the
Yeah,
memory
that's-
card? You had no memory
Nope.
card.
No,
No.
that was
I
until
remember
much
when I
later.
got X2, I had to leave it on all the time.
Oh
Like, to
damn!
finish
Oh
the
yeah,
game.
yeah. And the
X2?
fucking PlayStation would get mad hot.
Which
Final
X2?
Fantasy X2. I played
Final
that.
Fantasy X2.
It was way too fucking long to beat in one day.
Yeah, it's an RPG,
I had to
man. It
leave
takes
that bitch on
forever.
until I got a memory card. Then I got 2 of them. You get so many games and then they fucking fill up. And I
Yeah,
think
right.
That's
Those
a
things
really,
were 8 megabytes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yo,
that's
for real,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, they
it's a
were.
logical example, I think, of how we process pain. It's a process. You know, you go through anger, acceptance, grievance. You go through all of them, and you get to letting it go, and it's like, so, what did you learn? Nothing. All right, we'll go back. Turn it off, turn it back on. Let's do it all over again. That's
Yeah.
what it feels like.
But every time you did it better.
Yeah.
That's the thing about video games that I learned. Like,
Yeah.
even if I restart this whole game, the skills I acquired through my first run, now I could, I'm a master at this beginning of this game now.
Another perfect example. The Sega Genesis Sonic 2.
Mm-hmm.
You run through them loops and whatnot. Eventually, you learn how to get 7 Chaos Emeralds
Yep.
before you finish the game.
But for Sonic?
Yeah.
And then you can breeze through the rest of them because you Super Sonic now.
Supersonic's hard to control though, bro. Like, you got all this
It's all about
power.
finesse.
It's like when you're on
It's about finesse.
You
You're-
reach the top of stardom. And
Yeah,
develop
like-
a
You
gotta
crazy
finesse it.
cocaine addiction.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
Mel Gibson had the same.
Fly too
problem.
close to the sun, right?
you go through enough shit, you become supersonic, and then you
Yeah.
start finessing your way out of it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No. You actually nailed it, bro. You actually nailed it. You get
That was
supersonic
a
level.
beautiful example.
Yeah, it was.
That you're running through life with no memory card.
Yeah.
There's nothing exists.
That would have been
beyond
the
this moment.
sound effect for applause.
Yeah, you can't just go back.
Fucking
to it.
Citizen Kane
There's
would
no
have got up.
saving the game, dude. There's
Can't
only
save
one
the
game.
Yeah. And there's no memory card. Once you turn it off, it's over.
Yeah. So the object to life
It
is to follow the damn train, CJ.
Follow the damn train.
Follow the damn train.
I thought you was gonna say get a memory card.
Get a memory card.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sponsored by Sony, guys.
Yeah. Damn. So being rich means you can go through life.
That being
A little
rich
bit
is
easier.
being supersonic.
Being rich,
Being rich-
is playing the
being
game
rich
with
is,
Twitch.
you know
Just
what
having the
being
memory
rich
card,
is-
you can save.
Well, no, it's playing with the cheat code.
Playing with the cheat code.
Oh,
Being
yeah.
rich is it's like the perks in Call of Duty. Some people work hard for them.
Jesus, this guy needs analogies. You're on
Yeah.
fire.
I feel like he had these ready.
Yeah.
I make these up all the time. Like
You don't spend Sundays jotting
I-
quotes.
I don't hold pens a lot, and
He's looking at his watch.
I don't hold pens a lot. But it's true though. It's
Man,
it's
is
like
the Jay-Z of bars.
it's like the perks in Modern Warfare. It's like the perks in Modern Warfare and Call of Duty. Like some people wake up on fire. They get 9 kills. Now they can just fucking do crazy shit. And
Yeah.
then you got the casual players who only get 1 kill at a time, and they don't really get shit.
So this just comes out of you naturally,
Yeah, kind of. Like I just kind of put
It's
things
common
in
among
perspective.
artists.
yeah.
I just
Thinking
put it-
outside the
I just
box.
know how to put it in perspective.
Little effort.
Like I look at it and just go, oh, okay, I get it.
Gotcha. This man is the William Carlos Williams of video game metaphors,
Yes.
right?
You just Carlos Williams yourself too.
Yeah. It's my guy.
What's up?
William Carlos Williams, that's my
Yeah,
guy.
William
That's
Carlos
my guy.
Williams, bro.
That's my
This
guy.
doctor in Patterson had an office over here.
The Red
Frequent the
Wheelbarrow.
Falls, apparently.
Yeah.
Or it could be propaganda from that movie, Patterson. I met Jim Jarmusch,
Who's the director?
the director,
Yeah.
Jim Jarmusch. I went, it was weird because it was the one year that I couldn't make it back home
Oh,
for
shit.
Christmas. Literally, it was I couldn't make it back home for Christmas, and they were playing Patterson at the Santa Monica Arrow, because they had Cinematheque, and Jim Jarmusch was there, screening the film.
Yeah.
And I got to ask him, and he was like, "I know a lot of people don't give a fuck about a place in New Jersey," and I was like, "I'm from that piece of shit place in New Jersey."
Yeah.
I was like,
Damn.
yeah, fucking that's it.
Wow.
Still talking shit. But you know what? Fuck him. I got crazier hair.
You gotta be.
Nah, man. Fucking.
I'm not even familiar with his work. What is it? What else has he done?
Broken Flowers. Fucking.
A bunch of indie shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking Stranger Than Paradise.
I think I heard of
Uh,
it. But he made
Down by
Patterson
the
look
Law.
beautiful.
What's up?
He did a good job.
Yeah, man. That
Framing
guy's
the
he's a
city.
wonderful photographer, bro. He's fucking.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that guy is based out of Lower East Side, and I lived in Lower East Side. Like when I came back from Cali, I initially just rented in Lower East Side, and a fucking place is beautiful, man. It's
Soho in there.
beautiful, but it smells like fucking fish decay after like 10. Actually, I would border Chinatown, but
Yeah, I was about to
Allen and
say.
Hester, man. Allen and Hester was a
You
great.
gotta go to
fucking-
New Orleans, bro. If you want
I
to smell
left because
something
of
bad.
COVID, bro. Oh, I want to go to New Orleans too. Yeah.
You want to smell something bad? Go down Bourbon Street.
Really?
Most
It
beautiful
doesn't
place.
smell like bourbon.
Ironic.
Most beautiful city in one of them, but damn, does it smell bad out there? Because it's a swamp.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
a couple drinks in, you don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
nobody
like,
cares.
oh, that's a wrap. He coming with us.
No, I didn't see any rats, but it did. The smell is kind of tough. Like when you first,
It's like a fishy.
Worse than the Passaic
it's a
River.
swamp. It's the town, the city is a swamp.
This place,
It smells
man.
worse than this. Yeah.
Depends, man. There's like
New Orleans?
I don't know what the fuck happened. There used to be like
Nah,
mad
bruh.
garbage and shit.
That landfill by the Skyway, Pulaski Skyway, by 1 and 9, when it gets hot out, I promise you, there is nothing like that stench. Like, I was through there, last time I was through there, yeah, it was hot out. And I was like, I had the windows open.
Yeah.
I messed up
It
and
was
had
at
the
that
windows
moment
open.
that he knew.
I messed up. And I was like,
Did you
I took,
swerve into oncoming traffic?
probably because I was trying to close the windows. And it was like an emergency.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. By the time I got to Route 3, the smell was still in my vehicle.
Oof.
Yeah, it was still in my truck. And I was like, I would avoid that area just because of the smell. And it's
Yeah.
an entire stretch of highway. In the sky.
Yeah,
You won't take the Pulaski Highway.
No.
because of the smell.
No, it's that
Yeah.
bad. And I mean, unless you have to.
My worst experience was on the as a garbage man. Like you
Doesn't
don't.
get any worse than
It
that.
doesn't get any worse than that. I don't think.
You
Yeah, but
hanging
don't you
out
build
with
like an
hot
immunity
garbage
to it
dudes.
after like a couple weeks?
No, you
No?
don't. You don't. All like all right.
I would think you get used to it
I
like
am
after
here
a
to say.
while.
I want to be here to say a couple of things. Some of the shit that they say is bullshit. You don't build an immunity to it. You smell that shit. It just gets easier to put that poker face on as you want to puke.
Yes.
I wouldn't make it, bro. I wouldn't make
It
it.
pays good though, right?
You smell that. You will still smell that. There have been times where I've been on the back of a truck and had a great day, came home and smelled like something smelled like shit and just wanted to barf because I have smelled it all day long. Like no,
Yeesh.
you still smell that shit.
It's another metaphor for life, if you really think about it.
No,
Still
It is.
metaphor.
It is.
If he says
Sometimes you
no-
just get used to the bullshit and you're better at putting
You
on
get
the
nose
poker
blind
face.
to the
This
bullshit.
guy's the most subtle philosopher.
No,
Yeah,
you
right?
cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot get nose blind to the bullshit. That is absolutely not an option.
it doesn't.
No, it
happen that
doesn't
way.
fade.
It doesn't. It doesn't work like that. It's like, oh yeah, when they say like, oh, the drunker you get, the hotter she gets. No. It's just the lower your standards get, dude. Like I'm not here for it. She was still ugly. She was just as ugly 16 hours ago.
Oof.
Not 16.
This sounds like a real experience. You
No,
no?
I've gotten drunk plenty of times. Never have I thought, wow, she got hotter. No, it's never happened.
Yeah.
It's not an observation I made.
Standards just
I
get
guess that's the
lower.
lie some people tell themselves.
No, yeah, I think that's what happens. I don't think she gets prettier. I think you just say, you know
Your
what,
standards
fuck it.
just get lower. As the
Yeah.
night goes on, you're like, yeah, I'm having a good
Did
time.
Yeah.
Didn't they write a song about that?
Was
If
it-
I take one more drink.
Yeah, T-Pain and Ludacris did make a song about that.
I feel like T-Pain is the most like revolutionary artist of our generation.
Of course.
Sounds.
He's one of them. One of the.
He
the
really
top
did
guys.
shape the sound.
Yes, he did.
for a
yes, he
long
did.
ass
He's the
time.
greatest example of freedom in music because he didn't take that usual path. He's talking about falling in love with strippers and bartenders and
But that's art.
stripper music.
Well, he knew he was making music for clubs, but the way he approached the music,
That's
like
the
it
art.
was like, oh, this sounds different, and then
Different.
T-Pain was just fucking all over the place for like a long ass time, and everybody got a little pissed at it. You know, I was like, I can't listen to this fucking song.
I'm
Like,
getting
for the-
pretty.
But
it's like,
everybody
hey ya,
else, but everybody else still does it.
like hey ya, bro. Hey ya is a piece of art. In 2004, you couldn't play me Hey Ya, bro. But when you listen to Hey Ya now, it's not that bad. It's one of-
Right.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's a
some
great fucking
things,
song.
some things you gotta age into it, right?
Right. Some things
Yeah.
were definitely ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the
Like
over... oh,
Missy Elliott's working. Let me search.
Yeah.
Down, flip. Still timeless.
yeah,
You will turn You put that on at any time.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna know the words to that
Yeah.
song. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson will never die out.
Never.
Never.
I was about to join like the military like out of high school, and my recruiters were talking about when Thriller dropped. They were older guys, so they were talking about when Thriller came out, and everyone was metalheads and whatever, and then he was like, but everybody fucking loved Thriller. Like the metalheads were like bopping to that shit, like everybody.
Yeah, man. Quincy Jones and them,
Quincy.
that whole team, bro. They earned all of them platinum records. They earned it.
Yeah.
They earned it.
I think Quincy Jones. I think he's the greatest instrumentalist, like that's living
Quincy,
right now. Like
man.
out of like the entire track record of people that are living right now, I'm pretty sure Quincy Jones.
Quincy, man.
He had so many good stories. Did you
Yeah,
hear that rant
bro.
he went on? That tirade of interview he did.
Oh yeah.
He was just letting
He's got
all
the
the
tea,
beans
bro.
out. He's got the super tea. He's got the freaking
He's
Mike's Hard
the-
lemonade.
like Marlon. He's like, Marlon Brando was fucking Richard Pryor. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I
Yeah.
don't know where Quincy Jones like fit into it. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like how does
they're
Quincy
both-
Jones
they're
in
from
the
that
mix
era.
this much?
I mean, that's from that era.
Mm.
Plus, he was Mr. Music like at that time. Marlon
Bruh.
Brando was Mr. Movie.
Yeah.
They were bound to like cross paths and like. Funny story. Tupac was dating Quincy Jones's daughter when he passed away. When he was
Really?
murdered. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He was dating his daughter for like 4 months, and Quincy Jones was trying to get Tupac out of his death row contract.
Wow.
What to bring him to fucking
I don't know what to bring him where, but Quincy having so much experience and knowledge in the music industry,
yeah.
he was trying to help Tupac, like elevate his career and get out of that contract that he had with death row.
I was watching the XXX Tentacion documentary yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I actually never knew anything about that guy.
I still don't.
Yeah. It was crazy because like everybody kind of knows the 6ix9ine story just because it got like fucking drilled into
It
everybody.
got overexposed because it was just polarizing.
Which one?
Yeah.
Tentacion or 6ix9ine?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Both of them is the same shit. Actually, no, his.
They were both polarizing, but one got forced up here because we live right next to New York. So this is just New York.
Takashi was all shock value though, but 6ix9ine, what's the name? X.
Tentacion was like, I'm sad.
Emo rap. It's emo
Yeah,
rap. So it's
that's
different
sad.
genres. There were different genres.
People love Temptation though. They love them.
Well, rap went through its like fucking Bullet for My Valentine phase a couple years ago. Which blows my mind how two different music genres can go through like the same cycles. Cause emo rap definitely borrowed so much from like the emo phase of rock from like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Even like Juice World, his whole flow on that song was all Yellow Card. Like
Yeah.
I forgot what the Yellow Card song is called. But
Ocean Avenue?
was it Ocean? I think it is.
Ocean
if you listen
Avenue
to
was-
both of them,
I think Ocean Avenue was the second album I ever bought.
yeah.
Which is weird.
You were a Yellow Card
I
fan?
No, I was when I was in 6th grade. I used to love the Yellow Card. I was like,
I'm picturing you.
I do this shit.
Fucking
man.
violin and shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're the only one. Yeah, the violinist, bro. The violinist was carried that fucking band. They were
Yeah.
like, all right, blonde guy. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
That was a great video, yo.
great video.
Yeah,
Emo
No.
rock phase was funny. It was a funny era.
yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be looked back upon as fondly. I don't know.
I wasn't.
You'd be surprised.
By the older heads, but like when you play it for like a younger kid, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, because
What was your
a lot
first
of young
album?
cats now,
My
they
first
tend
album?
to be a
Yeah.
little bit more open-minded.
I don't remember perfectly, but it was either Linkin Park, the Hybrid Theory, or it was Nas Stillmatic. It was one of those two.
Stillmatic is
Yeah.
the second album. Illmatic
That might
was
have been
my
the first. I don't
favorite
remember.
I remember Illmatic was the first time.
Bro, I
ever
went to
had
buy Stillmatic, and the guy told me to get Illmatic, and I looked at the back of the CD. There was a mixtape store in downtown back in the
Yeah.
day. It was right next to Galaxy Games, across the street from Foot Locker.
it. Okay.
The guy told me, he's like, get Illmatic. I looked at the back, and I saw that there was only 10 tracks. And then I was like, no, this barely has any fucking songs on it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying this. And I regretted it, because
Illmatic.
Illmatic is a fucking masterpiece.
It is a
Yeah.
masterpiece.
Short and sweet. 40 minutes of actual fucking
Nas has got a
heavenly music.
fuck ton of the best New York producers in their prime, and put them all on the same fucking album.
They went to him.
I got
They approached
goosebumps
him,
thinking
Oh,
about
which
yeah,
is
bro, he's
crazy.
killing after man.
He dropped that barbecue freestyle, and everyone flooded him. They came to him for that shit.
That shit wasn't fair. Like It wasn't fair.
And that's from the era where
It's
like one
talent.
rapper stuck with one DJ,
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
producer.
No,
right.
they literally just jumped hip hop. That's what they did. They
Yeah.
just stomped it to the ground for fucking a year.
You had Q-Tip. You had was it No
Large
ID? Large
Professor.
Professor. You had Pete Rock,
LES.
Primo. I don't even know if you need to go on once you.
Yeah, like
That was like the Avengers of
Shout
New
out
York.
to LES. LES
New York
still had
you
those
put all
producers.
those
Friends.
you give all those DJs one track on a mixtape. What does that sound like?
Yeah, it's a fucking think tank. It's the Illuminati of New York hip hop producers.
That's exactly the team Quincy had when they did Thriller.
Yeah,
Off
yeah,
the wall.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing.
It goes from Genesis to New York State of Mind. New York State of Mind, I think, is DJ Premier. Then it
New York
goes
State of Mind's
Then it
premiere.
goes to The World Is Yours. That's
No, it goes
Pete
to The
Rock.
Life's a Bitch, and I think
Life's
that's
a Bitch. That's Oludara, and I think either
Large
Cute to
Professor
Now.
made that.
I think that's Large Professor.
That's
yeah.
Large. Pete Rock is The World Is Yours.
World Is Yours. That's Halftime.
Halftime is premiere.
Is it Premiere? I don't think so.
I think so. I might be
I
wrong.
don't think so.
I'm
I
not too
gotta
sure about
check this shit.
halftime.
All right, so let's
Not too sure
Halftime.
about halftime.
I think Halftime is either LES or Large Professor. Then it goes into Memory Lane.
Memory
no,
Lane.
No, it either goes to Represent.
Because represents the second to last track on the CD.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. So Halftime goes into.
It goes to halftime. It goes to
It's either
Memory Lane, and then it goes to
Memory Lane.
One
is
Time.
DJ Premier.
One Time for Your Mind. No,
One Time. I never liked One Time for Your Mind.
It plays well when you listen to it in full, the whole album, but you
Yeah.
can't listen to it on its own.
I know. I feel like that was the weakest track for the entire album.
He slowed down his flow. It's yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
I love the album. It's my
Represent
favorite
is-
album of all time.
Represents the best flow on that album. And best lyrics, I think, too.
What's everybody's favorite Nas song?
The World Is Yours is mine. Definitely The World Is
Yeah,
Yours.
it's
Even the video, like him, like they did like the panoramic view on like a flat screen. And then you have like Pete Rock playing the piano in the clouds and shit.
Really? Oh, fuck.
You never seen the video for that?
I've seen the video a bunch of times. I just don't remember it as much.
Then he does the Scarface and the
Scarface,
jacuzzi.
yeah.
I love that video. I fucking love that video. But Halftime has a great video too. Halftime is so
I think it ain't
grungy.
hard to tell. I think it ain't hard to not as a favorite song, but
Hard to Tell is a great grungy video too.
it's
But
beautiful.
but Halftime, man,
I want that fucking.
it just
bomber
looks like
jacket,
they
bro.
just threw a whole bunch of grease and cement and oil on the camera and just said record, bro. I fucking love it.
Really.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
My
fucking
favorite
love
Nas
it.
song has got to be they shoot it. Oh,
Major Look is dope.
Major Look. Oh.
Major Look is dope.
I have to say it. I like that one slightly better than The World Is Yours.
Yeah, Major Look is dope.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
Major Look. Cool.
Major Look is definitely dope.
I would say The World Is Yours.
Mine
World
is
Is Yours
Still
awesome.
Dreaming with Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a Kanye
Remember
song,
you
though,
was playing
right?
that.
There's something more. There's something more.
Just like they both killed it. Like
Yeah.
like it was like the last flash. It was like the last flash for good Kanye. Because he put that verse together so fucking well.
Agent Kanye.
Ancient. I've never heard that said before.
Favorite Kanye album.
Ancient. At this point, yeah.
I'm gonna go with
I can't pick between the first three. I think
What?
they're all masterpieces.
What?
Kanye.
Kanye?
second album.
Definitely
Second
Graduation.
Second album.
What is Graduation?
Graduation.
Your
I will never forget the first
That's the
time
third one, right?
I heard
Yeah.
Flashing Lights. I lost my mind.
Late
Yeah.
registration, yeah.
I've never heard anything like that until that point.
Late registration was like for me just his lyrically just his best. He touched on so many different subjects of real life.
Yeah.
It was stuff that we all listened to, stuff that we all felt.
The first track. Drug dealers trying to get by.
That's College Dropout.
Oh, that's College Dropout.
Oh.
But just think about it. That's the first line of music you hear in his music. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
Kanye wise, favorite album? I can't pick between the first three.
Mm.
I like Dark Twisted Fantasy also. I never got into 808s like that, but I hear it's a masterpiece. I just was falling out of love with like hip hop at the time, even though that's not really like even a hip hop album.
It was just catchy. 808s was catchy as fuck.
Yo, but that album defined a generation of like artists. Because you ask any of these like new rappers, they'll tell you 808s was like their favorite inspired them to rap, everything.
I like late orchestration.
Orchestration?
Yeah, I like it's late registration and
But our
like a couple
orchestra?
of other ones from like the earlier albums, but he during the late registration period, he finally had a budget, so he like just fucking like hired an orchestra. So he just toured with the orchestra, and he has
What
a
the
fucking
hell? How come I've
entire.
never heard of this?
Oh,
I
it's a
never heard
great
of it
album,
either.
bro.
What?
Yeah.
It's literally
I'm
like
ashamed of
late
myself
registration has like all like the sample like actual like hits of it, but hearing it like being done like live is like nuts. Even fucking The World Is Yours with Nas.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy.
okay, that was
You,
dope.
you heard the orchestra version?
yeah,
of
he
that
We
did.
shit?
watched the special.
It's
Yeah, he did
beautiful.
it with a whole orchestra, Illmatic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is
we watched the special.
fucking the orchestration. You know, I've been listening to recently the fucking Kanye has the mixtapes. That guy has mixtapes.
Yeah.
Nobody listens.
I
no-
never
a
knew
lot
he
of
had
people-
mix. He got mixtapes?
Dude, he's got Freshman Adjustment, and then there's like It's Good. There's like shit that just didn't ever.
I've honestly
reach
never heard any of it.
See,
But there was one. It's called Kanye's Soul Show, and it's just all the samples. It's like DJ A-Track just took all the samples that he had for all like the hits, and fucking.
I need you to put me on, bro.
Oh, it's great,
I need
dude.
you
It's
to put
me on.
I
I'll look this
found
up
out this
tonight.
week. I'm a
ASAP.
pretty big fan
ASAP.
too.
ASAP.
I'm gonna look that up tonight, actually.
Through the Wire's been on my playlist recently. You
Chaka
know,
Khan sample, huh?
huh?
Chaka Khan
Yeah,
sample,
that's
huh?
part of the
Yeah.
reason why.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
for the record, for
we
everybody
go.
listening,
Here we fucking go.
John be sleeping to Chaka Khan sometimes.
It happened one time. I didn't even know the playlist was on repeat.
Ain't nothing wrong with listening.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's
Chaka
the
Khan's one
issue?
of the greatest American performers. of
Where's
all
the
time.
issue? I don't know.
No, because he walked in on me. I was napping hardcore, and Shaka Khan was on repeat for like an hour or
Dude,
whatever.
you were blasting it,
It
dude.
was- fell asleep.
It was in the hallway.
It could have been a lot worse, man.
I was like, dude,
I don't know what to tell you.
Those are, those
I
are
was
good
knocked the
dreams. Those are
fuck out.
good dreams.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh hell yeah! My favorite Kanye song is "Addiction." It's off of Late Registration.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's a beautiful sample.
because why? Why does all the things that's supposed to be bad make you feel?
Yeah.
I can't even
Right.
pick a favorite Kanye song. He has way too many that I like. Like I have on equal footing with all of them.
I could just pick out the few that I do like. I said The Wire, slow songs, slow jam,
Slow jam,
Drive
Drive Slow,
Drive
one of the
Slow.
smoothest records ever.
Yeah.
John
And all he did
Prine,
was
bro.
slow down a Tupac like beat. Tupac has that same beat, but it's like sped
Everybody's
up.
got that beat,
Yeah.
bro. That shit is like the
True.
fucking the Bob James of
Yeah.
hip hop, bro.
Oh, don't talk to me
The fuck
about
out.
Bob James. I
Don't
found-
you talk to me about Bob
Don't you talk
James.
to me about Bob James. Yo, everybody, they say that there's this one sample.
Nautilus.
No, it's Take Me to the Mardi Gras.
Take me to the
I'll
Mardi
play it
Gras.
for you right
All
now.
Let's rock it, yo.
I'll
What is
play
it?
for
Used
you.
in every rap song?
No, yo, they said if you, at some point in your production career, you don't use
You have to
this,
flip it.
you ain't nothing. And it's like,
That's
I,
like rock and that Journey song, right? Journey's
oh yeah, here you go,
No, it's
right here,
not.
here you go. As soon as it plays.
Oh, yeah.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun. That's
Everyone
every
uses that at
DJ's
some
got that,
point.
though.
Everybody.
That's a Bob James song? That's
That's
crazy.
Bob James.
Did not know
Take Me to the
that.
Mardi Gras.
Well, if you're from the West Coast, you use that Summertime Madness sample.
Oh, yeah.
You have to use that if you're from a West Coast producer
Oh yeah.
or that Big Worm.
I still rock the
yeah, well,
Fresh
Funky
Prince
Worm?
Summer
Funky Worm,
Madness
yeah.
joint.
Funky Worm, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
I'm his manager. Yeah, whoever did the fucking voiceover on Funky Worm is the shit.
Funky
Like,
Worm is awesome.
yeah,
Funky Worm,
like,
the original is fucking awesome.
Either way.
Yeah.
That song has a lot of lyrics.
First time
to
I heard it
too.
was on San Andreas too.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You go to like the I think it's the car meet where like they're making the cars hop
Yeah.
and they're playing that time and you gotta time your button presses like Guitar Hero. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
yo, you know what? I'm not gonna front. You know, coming up playing Vice City,
Puts you
I
on
did
music.
find
It puts you on music, right?
Yo, it definitely put
Right,
me
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It opened up my ears to like a lot of different stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, yo,
I thought Everybody Loves the Sunshine was this like sleeper hit Felt like,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
what? Roy Ayers?
Everybody got yeah. Everywhere.
Man, listen, Roy, he had a excuse me. He did a Tiny Desk concert not too long ago. It was
Wait,
really
Roy
good.
Ayers had a
Yes,
tiny desk?
he
Wow.
did a Tiny Desk. It was pretty good.
Oh.
He, shit, man, he's one of the pioneers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto definitely opens your palate because the minute you get in the car and it's on a random radio station, you're gonna hear at least bits and pieces of something you might like.
Fucking,
word.
I think I'm like 80%
Grand
Tony
Theft
Hawk
Auto.
soundtrack.
Tony Hawk too.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater
That,
2
yes, sir. Yes,
was
sir.
the Illmatic of video game soundtracks.
Grand Theft Auto
Ooh.
4.
That's a good.
That's
That's a
actually
good.
good.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
Here's a fun fact. Grand Theft Auto 4 gave me my favorite Minnie Riperton song.
Get out of here. All right.
Liberty City gave me my favorite Minnie Riperton song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Philip Glass. First time I heard Philip Glass was in Grand Theft Auto.
Which one?
Wow.
Philip
That
Glass and,
the epic ass fucking
and Grand Theft Auto 4?
yeah, it's in 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
It's in
Liberty
the
City
trailer,
joint, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is Holy Thursday.
Liberty City
Yeah.
has some great.
Yeah,
his
David
Liberty
It
City has
was.
some great
Shit.
tracks on it.
It was. It was. Giving me memories, bro.
Yeah, video games definitely put you on good music. Tony Hawk too though, yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, yo.
Bring the noise. I'm good,
Like,
guy.
Fucking,
I've played video games so much that like I like live situations with the music on. Like
Yeah, you got a playlist, right? Or like just
not
video game
even a
music.
playlist. It's like ever been like in a stressful situation and you hear the Sonic music when you're
Dun,
underwater.
dun, 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 dun,
The
dun,
Sonic
dun,
music
dun,
when
dun,
you're
dun,
underwater?
dun,
Like when you're underwater and he's about to like stop breathing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't hear that music in the background like the person's like
I've never heard
That's
it, but
me
now
when I
I
have to
bet you now
pee.
that you've said it, it's gonna happen to me
Like
tomorrow.
as soon
or
as I
some
get
shit.
home, like I get up to the third floor of
Just
my
be supporting
apartment.
my kids.
I
I'm
just
listening.
hear that in my head.
I'm a Superman.
Here I am.
Oh,
doing
here's
That
a-
song makes me
everything I
feel
can.
fucking
Yeah, that
old,
song
yeah.
is lit. That song
Here's
is
a
lit.
fun fact though, because I've recently had this conversation as far as video game music. They for Sonic 3 and the Sega Genesis, they took
Mhm.
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker game music and put it in Sonic 3.
They say that he actually worked on the music himself too, Michael,
Yeah,
and he took his name off the project because he didn't like the final results of it. Like he didn't like what the Sega Genesis could output as music goes.
You guys
Well-
ever play the Michael Jackson game?
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah. Where there's this, where they play like 8-bit smooth criminal. Yeah.
it was lit though.
It was
lit.
dope. I
It
was like
lit.
I was like dancing on tables and shit, like
Yeah.
kicking motherfuckers.
You save kids.
You save kids.
Yeah, save kids. You do the same thing.
A
I'm
lot
saying.
of intellectual property that kind of led up to these.
Yeah,
I-
I was about to say that's part of the
cool,
reason
though,
why
yeah.
it didn't go through because all the
Mhm.
wild shit
Mhm.
happening back then.
what?
Yeah.
The wild shit.
Joe Pesci is the final boss of the game
Sonic 3. Joe Pesci is the final boss of it.
because he's in the movie Bad. The movie was it the movie for Bad? What's Smooth Criminal on? It's on Bad, right?
No. Wait.
It is, right?
You know that Prince was supposed to be Wesley Snipes in that shit.
No.
Yeah,
What?
No.
Prince was on interview and shit, and then he's like, what's it called? Prince was. I saw Prince on an interview. Prince was like talking so like for the video for Bad. He's
They
like,
hated
he's
each
like,
other. Yeah.
Michael Jackson was like, he's like, I want you to be on the fucking my Michael Jackson voice. He's like, I want you to be on the thing. We got
Pretty
this
on
shit with
point.
Spike Lee and whatever. And then Prince was like,
Scorsese actually did that.
Oh, Scorsese, yeah, it was Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese did the video for Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, but what's it called? Yeah, Prince was supposed to play Wesley Snipes in that video. which is
That's wild.
like, yeah.
That's wild.
There's
Are you Prince or Michael?
Both. I can't choose.
I'm Mike.
Both.
I'm Mike. I love Prince, but Mike
I love
is
it.
on another planet. That's
Nah,
love and
they
hate
they
that
have
question.
two different. They're two
They're
different.
not- it's not a good fair comparison, but Mike's
It is. But
But
the thing is, it's like a slide to the left, slide to the right kind of thing. They both have things.
They're parallel.
Yeah,
No,
there's-
I don't
there's-
think
They
so,
offer
man.
they're
Ma-
parallel. They offer two different things
Yeah.
to the game.
Prince is a rock star. Michael
Yeah.
Jackson is a fucking alien, bro. He's not even like
Yeah,
a,
but Prince
a
is also an
musician.
alien too. You know how many hits this
Prince
dude?
is
Okay,
a-
let's talk about what made Michael Jackson famous. He was a child singer.
Uh-huh.
Every song he put out was a hit
Uh-huh.
from the age of 5. Like imagine just being able to knock it out every time you get to hit the mic. Every time,
Yeah.
no matter what. ABC
It's
1
like
2 3.
Dio Brando and shit, right?
ABC 1 2 3. Those are lyrics, my friend.
Yeah,
It doesn't take that much. Doesn't take that much effort to
and
write.
sold millions.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
put
can it be I stayed for way too long? Like,
bro, the production on
Yeah.
that is nuts. And that was done what, early 70s?
yeah, he
Yeah.
grows into his hair catches on fire, but then he grows into Rock With You,
Mm-hmm.
Smooth Criminal, Bad,
Yeah.
That off the wall shit, bro.
and then you take this music and you go to Europe, and they just fucking love you. They want to adopt you. They just want you to be absorbed into
He was
the
huge in
land.
Japan.
People were passing out, dude, at concerts, like live concerts, just passing out, needing to be crowd surfed to the front, like never to be seen again. Like,
But wait, are you saying that it's fair to compare Mike and Prince then?
Yes,
Okay,
because people were falling all over themselves
for
to be
both
with
of them.
Prince. Yeah, like it was the
Yeah.
same thing, the same effect.
I just think Mike might be in another level just because of. I guess he kind of like still remained king on different decades,
him
like
the
different
king-
time periods.
they call him the king of pop. Prince was successful because Prince was a great musician, and he hung around great musicians, and he made great music for great
Yeah,
musicians.
Prince is awesome, but I feel like Mike's legacy goes beyond even just music. Like it's like
It is music.
Yeah.
it's almost like
I
reading an Egyptian like hieroglyphics and seeing Mike's life. Like it's like something beyond human comprehension almost.
Nah, sometimes an anomaly is born. Something you can't explain is
I
born.
agree, but that's what I'm saying. Prince is an amazing musician, but he might just be that, which isn't a bad thing at all to say.
I wouldn't. Don't put him in a box.
No. I don't think it's a bad thing to say someone is just an amazing
I feel
fucking
you.
musician.
I feel you. I feel
Like
you.
you're- that's like
100%.
Purple Rain.
But then you have Mike, who's like, this man was half human, half Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa. You know what I mean? He was just a whole nother fucking.
Like, that's what made Mike special. He just never could miss.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And then, like,
It's inhuman.
He would just drop albums of like just fucking like in like sports stats. He's like dropping albums of like 36.
Bro, he
16,
created
and
the
7.
Super Bowl halftime show. There was no like artist performing at the Super Bowl halftime show until he did that
Mike
shit.
just never
Really?
fucking missed.
Yeah, they had a halftime show, but it was like a band. It was like fucking, a little break for the football players. It wasn't like I'm gonna go watch the halftime show. He was the first one that made the halftime show a fucking thing. Like that was him.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he's so much beyond just fucking music. It's just like the man had a fucking ranch.
It's pro-
At a ranch.
it's production. That's what you're
You
saying.
don't need to be beyond
It's
music to
pro-
have a ranch.
It's beyond performance. I mean, not performance.
It's what the ranch is
beyond
though.
music.
It's a
the whole
fucking
production. That's what he's into.
Yeah,
he's into
he's-
full
he's-
production.
Yeah.
You look at Moonwalker. That's a whole feature length.
He's got a video game, bro. He's got a video game. He's got a TV specials. He's got a movie. His videos are movies. It's
His reach is long, as
Yeah,
far as
yeah,
production
man.
goes.
Actually,
But Prince is capable of the same thing.
Prince is awesome. Prince is definitely awesome. And I think
can't choose between the two.
I would
can't.
say it's just like
They both offer something completely different.
yeah,
Yeah.
they offer something completely different. And Mike is kind of I don't know. He's like this inhuman entity that walked among us for like 50 years.
He was a star.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was just born to be a star. There was no denying the talent that man had.
do you remember where you were when he died? Yeah.
I was
It
at
was
Ruby
weird.
Tuesdays. I was cleaning tables. I was a busboy.
I was off from work that day. I just laid down.
I was
Why is
literally.
Michael Jackson's death like 9/11?
It is.
Go ahead.
It is. Bro, it's
John.
June 25th, 2011.
because we loved his music and we love what the music did for us.
This motherfucker was a part of us growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
we had the video game,
my
bro.
life would not have been the same if I hadn't had a Thriller CD in my CD player.
like we're all video game players, right?
Yeah.
Imagine like they canceled Street Fighter, like forever.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
there
Ryu
would
died.
Would
there
there
would
still be SNK in
Yeah.
Mortal
But, like,
Kombat?
Nah,
Like,
it'd
imagine
be the
they
same
just like
You
though.
still
they
have
just shut it-
comparable things.
They just like
Yeah.
That whole thing
But
was
I'm
gone.
saying that's something
if
that's a part of
you're
your.
comparing Michael Jackson to video games,
No,
Michael
but I'm
Jackson
s-
is just the.
I'm saying that it's something.
It's like
a part of-
Nintendo died.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
something. It's like you're something a part of your childhood
Yeah.
just completely being taken away. Like
And you know what? It's the catalyst for other things
But
to
it's
come.
he's just so much. He's not just a music artist. It's like this mystical, ethical. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like this,
wasn't
Garden
myth-
of Eden thing.
he wasn't mythical. He just
Nah, he was,
an
bro.
extremely strong force.
You remember where he was when he
He was
died?
really
Where were
good.
you when DMX died?
I was.
DMX is an amazing artist,
I was
but
at work that day when he died. Actually,
yeah,
That
I
wasn't
have a
that
shirt.
long ago,
Yeah,
bro.
I was. I
but
That's
it
like
wasn't
last
that
year,
long.
dude.
But do you remember where you were?
Remember where you were 2 weeks ago? I'm gonna check my schedule.
That's what I'm saying.
out.
But you would remember where you were when Michael Jackson died.
I remember
That's a
exactly
big
where
thing.
I was when Michael
Exactly.
Jackson
That's what I'm
died.
saying. It's like 9/11.
Yeah, it was 9/11.
Yeah.
I was. I think we were all at school. When 9/11
Sixth
happened.
grade.
That's not a fair assessment.
I remember 9/11. What were you doing?
I was at school.
Yeah,
it's
we were
cool.
all kids
We were
at
all,
the time.
yeah.
PS
I
20.
remember my dad didn't bring me up.
Not a fair assessment.
Your parents.
No, my dad was like too lazy. He was like,
He'll be all right.
He's like, fucking let him
Be all
walk
right.
home.
He'll be
Wow.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got picked up. I was one of the last kids
Nah,
to get
I
picked up.
definitely
though.
walked home too.
Yeah, nah.
no.
Had KFC that night.
You went to KFC.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I was in sixth grade.
I was gonna say, I was like, Jesus. I was like, dude. I was like, wow, you're fucking.
I was living in
grown.
Prospect Park, and you know, it's
I-
like hills. I was on North 8th. You could stand on the corner and see the city. You see the buildings, like
Prospect.
smoke coming up and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was wild.
yeah,
It was wild.
yeah. And I don't know. Ours was just the.
Jay-Z dropped Blueprint that same day.
I think Jay-Z did it. I think Jay-Z did it. I
that's
think it was
the-
all a marketing promotion.
That's the
Because the only two things you saw in the news that day was fucking 9/11
that's
and
the
Jay-Z's
viral
Blueprint.
moment of this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I think Jay-Z did it.
We finna get canceled.
I think Jay-Z did it.
First episode. We're gonna get canceled.
It's over.
We tried.
How do you continue
Just ended the
conversation?
podcast. I think Jay-Z did 9/11.
How do we continue?
So thank you for coming.
Fucking
Jesus.
yeah, there's no coming back from that. Yeah, I don't know if you can try.
ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Apparently not.
That's
Yeah.
on the Kanye West Soul mixtape, guys. It was just a callback for that one. No, but which is crazy because it still sold a shitload of records.
Exactly.
Like the blue, like
4 times platinum or some shit like that.
and his market
Diamond.
was New York. These motherfuckers were going through like soot and shit.
Has he spoken about it? Have you ever seen Jay-Z talk about the fact that those two things happened the same day?
He doesn't acknowledge it. That's
He
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
acknowledge
He
it?
might have done
And,
it.
and if I'm thinking about the marketing, I wouldn't either.
What? Oh yeah.
Hey, you know,
Did he
shut
still
up.
celebrate that?
Like,
That's what I was
like,
ask.
dude, like I'm pretty sure
He made a
like,
part 2.
because I'm pretty sure they got the date.
he wasn't hurt.
maybe
He wasn't
a
like-
couple of weeks before. Like they were like, yeah, we're gonna drop it on 9/11. He was like, yeah, cool. And then and then that day happened, and then like it was already shipped.
Did he do a press tour and everything still?
I would hope not, because if they
Nah,
did, they
hell no.
canceled
So,
it.
but what does that say about him? He sold. He went diamond with without a press tour and everything,
I mean,
right?
Still kind of
The-
fucked up then, because it's like, oh my god, the Twin Towers are gone. Let's buy Jay-Z's album.
What does that
that's
say
a
about
weird process.
humanity? That's what we really got to ask, right?
We already
We
know.
just keep it going, man.
We
We're
wanted
just-
to hear takeover.
We already
the
asked
break
about.
was over.
We've already asked about humanity if we had a dark side. Everybody, well, some things are
Do
just
you
stereotypical.
think Jay-Z is more good than evil or more evil than good? I think he has both, but which way does he swing?
I think Jay-Z does what he does that's
Yeah.
necessary.
I don't
You don't think
see.
there's no moral code?
I can't give
think-
that answer because he's never done anything. I've never seen him do anything terrible in my eyes.
You didn't hear what he said about Nas's baby mother or none of that?
Oh, yeah,
no,
take
man,
over?
that's why he's got to.
Unfortunately, yeah, he did. If he did or did not did or didn't do those things, that's not up to me. But he's a rapper, and he has to say these things to Nas. Nas called him Gay Z.